You know, life has a way of putting us through situations we don't expect, doesn't it? One moment you're giving someone your time, your energy, your trust, your heart, and the next they're gone. Just like that. They leave you standing there, holding the pieces of what used to be whole. And it's not always physical. Sometimes they stay. But the damage they've done leaves a wound so deep, you carry it around like baggage. Far too often. But here's the thing about people who hurt you. They often come back. Oh, they come back. And when they do, it's like a whirlwind all over again. Suddenly, they're in your space, acting like nothing happened or like their actions weren't as devastating as they truly were. They come back and you're left questioning everything. Why now? What changed? Did they finally realize my worth, or is it something else? What? Let me tell you, it's almost never about realizing your worth. It's about something deeper, something that has more to do with them than it ever did with you. People come back after hurting you because they feel a void. It's not about love, not about regret. It's about emptiness. You see, when they walked away, they thought they could fill that space in their life with something or someone else. But what they don't understand is that when you treat someone who truly cared about you poorly, you lose more than you gain. You lose something real. They may not have seen your value when you were giving everything, but absence has a way of making reality hit like a freight train. And now they come back, not because they're healed, not because they've grown, but because they feel the loss. And listen closely. When someone feels loss, it's not always love that drives them back. Sometimes it's just their ego whispering, let me see if I still have access. Here's what I need you to understand. Your kindness, your forgiveness, your loyalty, those aren't weaknesses. Those are your strengths. But when someone comes back after hurting you, you have to ask yourself some hard questions. What is their purpose in returning? Have they truly changed, or are they just seeking comfort? Are they looking to make amends, or are they looking for convenience? Don't get caught up in the illusion of their return being about love. Because love doesn't harm, and love doesn't leave you in pieces. Love builds. Love protects. Love stays. The truth is, people don't always come back because they miss you. They come back because they miss how you made them feel. You were the one who encouraged them, who believed in them when no one else did. You gave them the kind of peace they couldn't find anywhere else. And now that they've searched the world and come up empty, they remember what you brought to the table. But here's the catch. Just because they remember doesn't mean they deserve to sit there again. When someone hurts you and returns, it's a test. It's not a blessing, not a fairy tale reconciliation. It's a test of how much you've learned from the pain they caused. Will you let them back in without boundaries? Will you ignore the patterns that led to the hurt in the first place? Or will you stand tall and say, I see you, but I see me too, and I won't sacrifice myself again for the sake of your comfort? I'm not saying people can't change. They can. But change is not a word, it's an action. It's consistency over time. It's humility. It's taking accountability. It's saying, I hurt you, and I understand the depth of what I've done. It's proving, not with words, but with behavior, that they are different now. And if they're not willing to do that, then they're not ready for the kind of access they're asking for. So everyone, you see, life is about growth. It's about learning who to let in and who to keep out. It's about protecting your peace and your heart, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, because not everyone who leaves deserves to return. Not everyone who hurts you deserves a second chance to do it again. And that's not bitterness, it's wisdom. It's self-respect. Here's what I want you to do when they come back. Pause, don't rush. Don't let your emotions dictate your response. Take a moment to think, to evaluate, to see the bigger picture. Ask yourself, why are they back? What do they want? And most importantly, what do I want? Because this time, it's not about them. It's about you. It's about whether letting them back into your life serves your growth or stunts it, whether it adds value or drains it. And let me tell you something powerful. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to choose yourself. It means you're wise enough to understand that forgiveness doesn't always require reconciliation. It means you've grown enough to know that not every chapter in your life needs to be revisited. Some chapters are meant to stay closed so you can move forward and write better ones. When they come back, remember this: you are not the same person they left behind. You've grown, you've learned, you've healed, or at least started to. Don't let their return undo the progress you've made, because healing is a journey and it's not one you take lightly. You've worked too hard to build yourself up again to let someone come back and tear it all down. And let's not forget this: sometimes their return is a lesson in itself, a reminder of what you've overcome, a test of your boundaries and your strength. Don't let their presence distract you from your purpose. Don't let their words, their apologies, their charm make you forget the pain they caused. Remember, people can say anything, but it's their actions that reveal who they truly are. I'm not here to tell you to shut people out, to close your heart, to live in anger or fear. No, that's not the message. The message is to love yourself enough to choose wisely, to forgive but not forget, to heal but not hand over the keys to someone who doesn't value the home you've built within yourself. So when they come back, and they will, you need to be ready. Ready to listen, but also ready to stand firm. Ready to forgive, but also ready to protect your peace. Ready to see them for who they are, not who you wish they would be. Because your time, your energy, your heart, they are precious. And not everyone deserves them. You deserve people who don't have to lose you to appreciate you. You deserve people who see your value the first time around, who protect your heart, who honor your trust. And until those people come into your life, you must be willing to protect your own heart, to set the standard for how others treat you. So, if someone comes back after hurting you, don't let their return be the highlight of your story. Let your growth, your strength, your wisdom be the highlight. Let your ability to choose yourself, even when it's hard, be the thing that shines. Because at the end of the day, this life is yours. This journey is yours. And you get to decide who walks it with you. Who? Remember this: you are not an option. You are not a second chance. You are not a convenience. You are a priority. And anyone who doesn't see that has no place in your life, whether they come back or not. Stand tall, walk boldly, and keep moving forward, because your best days are ahead of you, not behind.